when I began to get ready, and Mary and I began to get ready to invest with Warren, he introduced me to this book, The Intelligent Investor, by Benjamin Graham. And it was a modified version of security analysis, which was a huge, thick thing. And just reading that was enlightening to the Holland family. Warren came down one night and talked to our investment club, who were all amateur authorities on investment. And I don't know whether they understood what he was saying or not, but none of them joined the Buffett, I guess not one of them, though because, well, maybe we were all pretty, we hadn't made our fortunes yet. And that's kind of interesting, trying to think all of everybody who was there. I don't think any of them, other than myself, became investors. But I already knew a lot about him and a lot about his ideas. And you know, it was one of these things that, you know, it's like what you call a moment of enlightenment, you know. Suddenly it occurred to me that, hell, if you could pick up a good company for half its book value, go home tonight and go to sleep and be sure that in a time you were going to get some kind of benefits. Sometimes those benefits were enormous. And then later on, when he began the business of first-class companies, the huge decline in the stock market that took place in 1973, 74, that was the real making, because that was when he bought Washington Post and several other companies, including one of the big advertising agencies for practically nothing, and which came out of that period, you know, booming along.
I didn't think much of the founding company. First of all, I was surprised when he chose his vehicle. Wasn't it a New England Textile, which is dead in the water, you know? That was the only feeling I had about the New England Textile Company. So I was surprised that was the vehicle he appeared with. And I was surprised also at some of the companies he bought. I never thought a Nebraska furniture company could produce those kind of revenues for him. Some of the other companies he put in there I thought were, I wasn't surprised at Coca-Cola investment. That was a beautiful investment. But, and I never was a stockholder. Well, I was once or time, but then I became a stockholder only because through my wife, through her account, she had an insurance company that they acquired, and we got the stock there. And I told her just keep it, and we did for a number of years. And of course, I had a lot of friends and read all the stories about how many people. And I remember Dean Poles told me that it's not all lost on the university, because there's a lot of people in Nebraska that have given to the university that made their fortunes through Warren Buffett.
He said, Ray, he says, you know, you didn't have to do this or something. And I said, what do you mean? He said, well, if anything would have happened to you in Virginia, he said, I would have taken care of your family. Now, he said that, and I believe him, but to think that he would even say that, you know, and I think he would have, I believe him, but he said that. He said, I would take care of your family. You know, you didn't have to worry about that. So that's Warren, as far as I'm concerned. Pretty nice.
The people that were partners in the Buffett partnership tended to be very conservative type people, and and they, when they got their Berkshire Hathaway stock, first of all, at that time the value of the stock was maybe $50 a share or thereabouts, $49 a share. They probably just socked it away somewhere, didn't sell it, and they held on to it over the long term. Those people would have been people that are, most of them would be in their 70s or 80s, maybe even their 90s, and so that stock obviously is appreciated in value dramatically, and that's where the money's come from. That now these people are starting to realize that you can't take it with you, you might as well give it away, and so that's what's happening.